Now let's cover what happens after you get your business idea. What are the next steps? And we're going to go through a few examples, and then I'm going to give you an exercise at the end of the video. So I would recommend that you create a little business plan, and please bear with me because I know that maybe your impulse is to get feedback on your idea. And actually, I'd like to flip it a little bit. So you'll make your little business plan and your little business pitch. That is what you're going to take to go and get feedback, so that the feedback that you gather is those conversations that are more productive. So we're flipping it a little bit. And so we're just injecting a couple of steps just to add organization to your process. And bear with me, this will make total sense. So a business plan sounds daunting. I do not want you to write a full business plan. What I've developed after working with over 1,000 entrepreneurs in coaching them, what I've seen is so many different businesses, and what I've noticed is this: every business has 3 components that are always present. Some businesses have other components and they interchange, but there's 3 core things that are always there. And so what I've done is I've created the concept of a 3-sentence business plan. I teach this in everywhere I go. Some of my books are used in the universities, and this concept is really seeing adoption because it makes things so easy and helps you, that initial planning, it really helps you to get organized. So what are these 3 sentences? Number 1, obviously, it's your product. Okay, you have to explain what it is. And don't worry, I'll give you examples in a second. So the first is product. The next is how you're going to promote your product. Makes sense, right? And then how you're going to make money from this. And the caveat is that all of these have to make sense together. For example, if you have a product and you know how to promote it, but maybe it's going to be hard to make money, it doesn't work. Or if you have a product, you know how to make money, but there's no natural marketing strategies for it, then it's not going to work. So all of these 3 have to align. And I know that right now, sitting there, it's hard for you to tell how to align them, because maybe you're beginning in marketing, maybe you're beginning in monetization. This course is for engineers, so it's for first-time marketers. So bear with me. I know it's hard, but we're going to improve on this as we go. Let me give you a couple of examples of how I would do this. Maybe for a mobile app. Okay, so the first sentence is, it's a productivity app for goal setting. You explain exactly what the product is, how it helps people. You don't get too much into it, and you see in 5 words of the first sentence, I essentially explain what the product is. I didn't get into differentiation. That's for later. The next sentence is how I'm going to promote the product, the marketing. I'll promote in essentially Google Play and Apple App Store. That's where a lot of the downloads for apps come. And because it's a productivity app, I'm also going to promote in productivity communities. And even though you can list a ton of things, Instagram, Facebook, blah, 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 just because I know the app marketing space, most downloads will come from these two strategies. So it's actually, once you know what you're doing, it's very easy to create a basic plan. And of course, the last sentence is the monetization. The app will make money by charging subscription fees for long-term goals. You see how my monetization is specifically curated to what the app is. So that's an example for an app of a 3-sentence business plan. Essentially, I just gave you my entire business plan for a certain app, enough for people to understand and be able to ask further questions. Now, next example. Software for business, okay? It's a new software that helps HR teams. Promotion will be done through search, getting publicity, and business-to-business sales. Since this is obviously for businesses, you're going to do promotion for B2B sales, okay? Including cold calling, cold emailing. Those are typically how to sell software to companies. Now, if you don't know what the marketing strategy for you would be, you can always post your 3-sentence business plan in the course, or send it to me privately if you don't want to share it with the rest of the students, and just get feedback. Or you can always hire a marketing coach to help you. There's ways to solve this if you're a first-time marketer, don't worry. And of course, just to finish this up, you would say, okay, obviously it's a business-to-business software. A very common way to charge is to charge per user of the software. So in one company, if you have a big company using it, you can get a lot of users quickly. So those are the examples for you to kind of just see how the 3-sentence business plan really easily lays out and takes a lot of the fat out of your explanation. Okay, and then your exercise is to create your 3-sentence business plan. Like I said, if you're private about your 3-sentence business plan, you're welcome to send me a private message on on Udemy, and I'll reply. And if you're not private, you're welcome to post it as in the course in the course discussion area, so that other students can reply, and I'll also reply. And see, that will be sort of, don't worry, this doesn't have to be your complete business plan. It doesn't have to have the greatest ideas, but at least it's a beginning for you from which to improve upon, and we're going to improve later as we go through this course.